From nowhere, there was a wild splash, a shout, then silence. The blue water turned rough. Chioma staggered back, shaking. Her legs felt like cotton. Before we continue, please don't forget to tell us where you are watching from. How it all started. Ada, Chioma, and Blessing were inseparable, known by all as the three rope. They shared everything, from school walks to the few clothes they owned. Ada was quiet and focused on her books. Chioma was bold, curvy, and loud. Blessing was the most beautiful and playful. Their families were poor, but Ada's mother, known as Prayer Mama, had one rule: books first, men will come later on, when it is God's time. When all three were admitted to the university in the city, their whole family celebrated. Ada's mother gave them a final, serious warning: the city is dangerous, my children. Be wise. Remember who you are. University life quickly pulled the girls in two directions. Chioma and Blessing realized their beauty attracted rich boys and older men. Chioma joked, "Why should I suffer when my looks can pay the bills?" They traded their simple clothes for tight dresses and began spending hours talking to men online instead of reading. Ada was terrified. She begged her friends to stop, saying the men were dangerous, but they laughed at her, calling her a holy girl and a village girl. The close bond between the three rope began to break. Soon after, Blessing announced she was flying to a distant city for the weekend with a wealthy, older man. Ada pleaded with her not to go, fearful of the unknown. Blessing dismissed her worries, saying, "You worry too much." Chioma just clapped and told her to enjoy. Blessing packed her bag and left with a smile.
Let go of me.
Her phone went off all weekend.
We're gonna be late.
She did not return on Monday as she promised. By Wednesday, panic set in. When Ada and Chioma tried to report Blessing missing, they realized they only knew the man's nickname and the type of car he drove. They had nothing else. Ada cried, holding her Bible and praying. Back in the village, Ada's mother had a terrible dream. She saw girls crying, being dragged into a deep pit. When Ada confessed Blessing traveled and was not back yet, her mother's voice hardened. "Evil men are using young girls for money. Please, don't follow them," warned Chioma. A week later, police found clothing like Blessing's near a distant river. There was nobody, but both girls knew the awful truth. The tragedy drove Ada even deeper into her studies, but Chioma quickly forgot the pain. She began talking to a new, rich man online, who promised her a wealthy, luxurious future. "Look what happened to Blessing," Ada pleaded. Chioma insisted this man was different, kind, loving, and generous. That same night, Chioma's own mother called with a dream warning. She saw Chioma in a grand house with a swimming pool, but the water was full of blood. Chioma dismissed the call, muttering, "These old women and their dreams." 2 days later, Chioma packed her bags. "I'm going to see him," she told Ada, promising to return with an engagement ring. Ada grabbed her hand, her voice shaking, "Please don't go. First Blessing, now you." Chioma gently pulled away. "I'll be fine. Pray for me to collect engagement ring and a Benz to drive you with." Ada watched the door close. She fell to her knees, praying that God would stop her friend before she reached her destination.
That night,
but Chioma was already on her way. The man's name was Uncle Ken. Chioma had met him online. He had sent Chioma money many times. He had paid her rent once. He had sent her lots of gifts. His house was at the edge of the city, high wall, big gate, quiet street.
Welcome to my
When
home,
she arrived,
Ada.
he opened the door
Been
himself.
expecting you.
He was in his late 40s, dark,
Come in,
tall,
don't be
with a
shy.
soft smile and calm voice. "Welcome, my queen," he said, hugging her lightly. "You are more beautiful in person." The house was like what she had seen only in movies: white tiles, big TV, glass table, art on the wall. Her eyes went straight to the back. Through the glass door, she saw the swimming pool, wide, deep, with very blue water. "Wow," she whispered.
money.
"This place is heaven." He smiled. "For you, my dear, I give only the best. It will soon be your house." I can't wait to get married to you, baby. Chioma smiled, believing her dreams have come true. She will own this beautiful house soon. He gave her food, juice, and a small box. Go and open it in the guest room. I bought you some other things, they are in the room. Inside was a very small swimsuit, red, tight, almost nude. She felt a small cold fear run through her. He knocked on the door. Baby, wear it and come. I want to see you swim with it. I love watching water on a beautiful woman's body. Uncle Ken. I don't know how to swim, she said from inside. Don't worry, he laughed. That's why I'm here. Her mother's voice flashed in her mind. I saw you in a big house, with blood in the water. She felt a small cold fear run through her. Chioma almost said no, but shame held her. She didn't want him to think she was a bush girl. She came out, wearing a long shirt over the swimsuit. At the pool, he stood very close behind her. Remove the shirt, he said softly. Her hands shook. She removed it slowly, staring at the still blue water. Move closer to the edge, he whispered. I'll hold you. Just one small push, you will float. Every part of her body screamed, this is wrong. As he put his hand on her back, ready to push, she suddenly stepped sideways. His hand slipped. He lost his balance and fell headfirst into the pool. Chioma screamed and ran to the edge. But before she could take the next step, she saw something that froze her blood. From the far corners of the pool, shapes moved under the water, long, dark, heavy. Crocodiles. Many. There was a wild splash, a shout, then silence. The blue water turned rough, then slowly, strangely, come again and completely red. Chioma staggered back, shaking. Her legs felt like cotton. In that moment, she understood. This man was not just enjoyment. He was death wearing perfume. Her phone started ringing. It was Ada. It was also her mother. Call after call. She grabbed her bag with trembling hands and ran, still in the long shirt, barefoot, heart beating like a drum. As she reached the gate, tears poured down her face. She kept hearing one sentence in her mind. If he had pushed me, I would be gone. Chioma reached the main road, shaking, her hair wet with sweat. She finally picked her mother's call. Mommy. My child, her mother cried. I've been praying since morning. My heart was not at peace. Where are you? Chioma broke down. Mommy, I almost died today. Between sobs, she explained everything, the house, the pool, the man, the crocodiles. At first, her mother was quiet. Then she said in a heavy voice, the God we serve has shamed death on your behalf. You will not go back to that life. When she got back to school, Adis hugged her so tightly she could hardly breathe. I thought I had lost you, Adis whispered. Chioma cried into her shoulder. I was foolish. We joked, we laughed, we enjoyed small, but blessing, our friend never came back. That man almost killed me. I don't want this life again. I don't want quick money again. Weeks later, news started spreading on social media. A rich man found dead in his own swimming pool. Strange bite marks on his body. Police sealed the place. No one knew the full story. But Chioma knew. She went home one weekend and knelt in front of her mother. Mama, I'm sorry I didn't listen. I'm sorry I made you cry. I promise, no more following men for money. Her mother placed both hands on her head and prayed. From today, your legs will not enter any house that will swallow your destiny. You will walk only into places that will give you life. Face your studies. When you graduate, God will give you a good job. Chioma changed. Truly changed. She cut off all sugar daddies and online men. She focused on her books. Adis and Chioma became close again. This time, deeper, wiser. They started talking to younger girls on campus, saying, not every man that calls you queen wants to see you live. Someone to feed on your blood. Choose life. Blessing never returned. Her name became a quiet warning between them. On their graduation day, as they wore their gowns, Chioma looked up and whispered, "Blessing, this degree. I wish you were here to see it." Tears filled her eyes, but they were different tears now. Not just of pain, but of gratitude. She turned to Adiz and her mother in the crowd and smiled. "God gave me a second chance. I won't waste it." Moral of the story. Not every open door is a blessing. Some gifts are really traps. Quick money can cost you a life you can never get back. If this story touched your heart, please like and follow for more true life and inspiring stories. Share this with a young girl today, it may be the warning that saves her life. The end. See you next time.